Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So, for those of you who don't know, my name's Jabeen. I'm a channel of Archangel Raphael, and in this live stream, Raphael will speak according to what's going on at the moment in all of you and what's going on generally on the planet and share appropriate messages for healing and moving forwards. And yeah, and he'll also talk about the week ahead, and maybe do a clearing as well. So yeah, I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in and speak through me. I would like you to know what I am seeing in all of you is a lot clearing very fast. I am not seeing any discrepancies between you and the light, but what I do see is a lot clearing that is moving very fast, sometimes faster than you can manage. What I would like you to know is that everyone here is part of the cosmic collective, but that does not mean that you are necessarily feeling like it all the time. I will say that karmic debris is very much based on what has happened over many lifetimes. And because of this, it is not always about simply being and allowing it to move. Because what can happen is that you are left feeling overwhelmed. What I will say about karmic debris is that it is much better to engage with the key themes and to work with these rather than simply allow it all to come up to the surface, because it may cloud over your vision and make you feel unwell and also trapped in scenarios which are beyond your control. I would like you to know that certain key themes I am seeing in all of you are feeling at times unable to go forwards, feeling trapped in a certain life, perhaps feeling something will never change, particularly around going forwards in your own energy, perhaps feeling that there are interfering energies around, negative people or things which are beyond your control. Some of you here have problems with finances. Some of you here have problems with trying to make your business work. And some of you have problems trying to make your life work generally on all levels. What I will say is karmic debris is responsible for all of this. And what I will say about debris is that it is not necessarily the same as being in the karmic cycle itself, but it can feel much worse even. Because once you are out of the cycle, you start to regain some clarity and you see just how bad it has all been. The debris can feel much worse than actually being in it. And what I will also say is that debris is difficult to clear unless you go deeper and engage with key themes. I would like you to know that some of the themes I am seeing are being unable to go forwards because because of not having basic needs met. So, the theme of being undernourished over many lives, having basic needs which are not met, perhaps having had multiple childhoods over incarnations where you have been severely neglected, even left for dead in some cases, and then have had to create a life for yourself. But these bits have always been missing. You may have even had lives where you have been extremely successful, created big empires, but there was always this part that was left behind, which is now coming up for healing. So I do see some of you have this theme. And I would like to mention that, especially for those of you who do a lot of spiritual work, you may have had themes like this because you were trying to transcend circumstances using your spiritual power. And you did, and you have achieved a lot over many lives. But there have been certain key needs which have never been addressed because you were so neglected, perhaps. You did not see you had those needs. So, what I'm seeing in some of you is this theme of neglect spanning lifetimes, which you are now realizing and feeling just how hard it has all been to keep going when these needs have not been met. The second theme I see in all of you, in fact, is the theme of not really feeling that you are achieving much with your life, feeling that you have a lot to give, but not really achieving much for various reasons, perhaps because of ill health, or perhaps because of the previous theme of neglect. Perhaps because you feel that you are constantly in the background of life, left out, left in the shadow, or perhaps it can be another reason, such as feeling inside that you have a lot to give, but being afraid to give it because of persecution, again spanning lifetimes. So, this is another theme having a lot, but not being able to give it for various reasons, feeling that something in you has been stunted, perhaps needs which have never been met, and so all that you are inside is not able to be expressed. Perhaps every time you try to give out what you have to share, you feel attacked, persecuted in some way. The third theme I see in some of you, not all of you, is the theme of not being able to really make a difference in the lives of others, in life generally. And this theme is very much connected to actually simply being disempowered, feeling disempowered in yourself. So, whatever you try to do doesn't really work or have an impact because it comes from that disempowered place. So, disempowerment, again spanning many lifetimes, which could be coming in from actually being taken away from your power in some way, disconnected, interfered with. This can even be the result of abuse of some kind, or it can be something else, but lacking power and finding that everything you do lacks some energy. There is a lot going on around empowerment in all of you, but this is very specific about not really being able to make anything work because of being disconnected from your power. And in this instance, it may be the themes beneath this that need looking at is some sort of abuse, external interference, or perhaps in one way or another, deliberately not choosing to be in your power for some other reason, such as feeling that if you are, you will be in one way or another persecuted. Something like this. So I see the themes can overlap, but these are the three key areas I am seeing. What I will say about karmic debris as well is that it is very unpleasant to deal with, but at the same time, most rewarding. Because when you do identify what is going on clearly, you really can change your life very much on the outside, very fast. Because when karmic themes are clear, you start to experience life as you were always meant to. You start to feel your blueprint come alive on earth and be expressed. So once you have cleared karmic debris, there is nothing holding you back anymore. So it is really worth engaging with. However long it takes, it is really worth it. I would like to say more now, and what I would like you to know is that when you are living in the light, you will always have a feeling inside that there are things which are not right, because the light shows these things up. And I am asking all of you to keep looking within rather than focus on the external. I would like you to know that nobody is fully in the light in terms of living it on every level of their being. And because of this, there will always be something that shows up which is not right. But I am asking you to focus on yourselves, not to fixate on other people or things in the world or bigger systems, because this will take you away from your journey to the light. For some of you, of course, it is part of your purpose to point things out, larger things in the world, collective problems. But what I will say is don't fixate on other people's weaknesses, flaws. Let yourself be in your own energy, and automatically people will come into the light. But don't try to push others into the light, because it will take away from your journey. My final message to all of you is that I do see a lot of good energy entering your lives for all of you, but the rate that it enters does depend on you clearing karmic debris. So, for those of you who feel shortchanged, it is because of old karmic energy that you are still clearing. I will say that clearing it doesn't have to take long, but it does take engagement. And the more you engage, the more you will start to notice good things coming into your life. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that when I speak to you, I am not trying in any way to influence you. I am actually helping you to go deeper within. My energy comes to support you in deepening your connection to yourself, clearing energy that gets in the way so that you can express the truth of who you are. And because of this, sometimes what I do is refrain from offering you too much information and instead focus on where you are at, what you actually need in order to grow stronger in yourselves. I will say there is a lot of information I can give you on many things, but my role is to help you to go deeper within, to find your own clarity, and then I can enhance your clarity by sharing extra information. But I am not here to impose my point of view on you. And the reason I'm saying this is because I want you to know that I have a lot of information, knowledge, but I want you to be empowered in your own knowledge, and then I will enhance it for you. I have one more message, and that is there is going to be a lot of change on earth, a lot of good things happening, things that you cannot possibly predict as a human race. And the sort of things I mean are whole collectives of people arriving on earth. And I mean collectives who are very advanced, who will help humanity. What I'm really speaking about is the predictions which have been made a long time ago about a second coming, about uh, about big energies arriving on earth again. and making a big difference in the lives of everyone. And I will say there is a particular collective of beings who are already here, who have not yet ripened, but they are here, and they will be making a difference for everyone in the next few decades. What I'm really trying to say is that big things are going to happen. But before they can happen, it is your responsibility to clear your karma with the help of many other healers, people who have knowledge, people who can support you in this. And once this is clear, what is going to happen is a much higher energy is going to encapsulate the planet and lift it to a whole new level of clarity, of knowledge, of energy. And this will happen through the beings who are here on earth. I am also trying to let you know in advance that things will change in a big way. Systems will be rearranged. Things will really be completely reborn in ways you cannot predict because the knowledge that will come in is much higher than what you currently know. It is actually a new type of knowledge, a new way of doing things, and it will come later on once you are all clear enough to receive it and to be able to assimilate it. But what I would like you to know is that new things are going to come in on a collective level, that you don't have to worry about all the mess in terms of the way things are when it comes to religion, to bigger systems, that your job at the moment is to play your part, to clear yourselves, to perhaps point a few things out which people need to know about in terms of bigger things going on in the world. But aside from that, it is going to be that the larger changes are made later on in a much bigger way. And in this way, you are all taken care of. I want you to know that the week ahead is going to be a mixture of things, a mixture of being in your own energy, a mixture of coming together with others in a light-hearted way, and a mixture of even going into new energies that will support you, bring you good things, a mixture of all three. That is all. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and wishing you a lovely week ahead, and lots of love to all of you.